Good afternoon, Keller Williams, and welcome to day 22 of the Command 66-day challenge. I apologize for the delay in getting this out earlier this morning. The labs team was working on the Command website, so it was down temporarily. And in addition, it looks like Facebook is having some issues now. I'm unable to comment or post, and though I'm seeing that on several other agents and friends sites as well. So hopefully that'll get fixed soon. I'm gonna go ahead and record this video now, upload it to Connect and to YouTube, and we'll get it on the Facebook page as soon as possible. So day 22, we are still in the sales pipeline, otherwise known as opportunities for the time being. We know that that's being changed, and these two sites or pages should be updated soon with the new name, sales pipeline, instead of opportunities. Previously, we looked at our opportunities and we had the ability to create custom checklists within each stage, and we can still edit those by clicking on edit stage, clicking on the checklist, and then adding things that we want to add in for the checklist for that particular stage. That's going to apply for that checklist for all listings or buyer tasks moving forward. However, we know sometimes that we have specific tasks or kind of unique situations where, let's say on this seller listing, maybe it was still in staging and they had moved out. They're going to have the house repainted, but they're in another state, and they asked that we make sure we meet the painter at the house. So I could go in and update this specific checklist, and I could add an item, and I could say here, click on the three little dots to allow us to edit, meet painter at house to provide access. So that's a checklist item for me, and I click on this checkbox. It's now going to have that item in this checklist. All right, so we're going to probably want to have it painted before the photos get taken, probably even before signed delivery. So I'm going to move that to the top, and I'm going to click on close. However, if I already know when the painters are coming, I can click on this due date, and let's say the painters are coming out on Friday at 9 a.m. I can go ahead and put in 9 o'clock a.m., and once I click off of that, it's going to show me here's the due date, March 15th, 9 a.m. So now every time I look at this specific checklist for this specific listing, I can see, okay, when are photos? So maybe photos are going to be scheduled. We've already contacted the photographer. He's going to come out on the 20th, and he's going to come out at 3 o'clock p.m. So we start to know, okay, when does everything have to be done? All right, the due date for photographers is 3 o'clock, and let's say we're going to go live on Thursday with the goal of going live no later than 11 o'clock a.m. Now you can see we've got the due date, everything ready. Signed delivery is probably going to happen after photos and yet before we go live. So let's click on that. Let's say that's going to go out 9 o'clock on the 21st. And 9 o'clock. So now I have all of these set. I can click on close, and then whenever I come back to update this listing, I can say, okay, well, it's Friday, the painters came, perfect, I can check that off. And then the next week, okay, photos done. Let's see, signed delivery didn't take, so let's change that real quick and see what happens. So 21st, 9 o'clock, and let's just say AM, PM, and then click on close and go back into update, and you see there it's saved. So every now and then you get a little hiccup, just gotta go back in and make sure that it's saved. The 20th, I've got the photos taken, and then on the 21st, the sign was delivered, and well, it looks like sign delivery got in here twice, so I may have edited that incorrectly. So I believe that was upload listing to HAR MLS, and I want to click on that, make sure that's saved, and we were going to do that at 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock a.m., that checklist item, let's do p.m. a.m. and closed. And now we can go back in and see the upload. The last thing I have to do on the 21st is make sure that it's uploaded into my MLS, and I'm going to click on close. It'll show me my checklist is done. So two quick things. Basically, the first thing is the ability to add a custom item by clicking on the actual list, the checklist of a specific opportunity, and then adding an item from there. So if I click on it, I can go in and add item. This item is going to add to this checklist only. Again, if I want to add an item to all checklists, I can do it by editing stages. And then I can also come in and start putting in due dates for each one of the items on my opportunities page. So that's day 22, guys. Hope you're having a fantastic afternoon, and I will look forward to speaking with you tomorrow.